পিছনে সর তো, পিছনে সর। আর পিছনে সর না, তাহলেই তো হলো। चलो थोड़ा सा मैच मैच देख ले जाए।
Well, it was Sentinels versus Team Heretics. And Mimi, this was not only like superstar players on the field there, it was a masterclass in utility, post-plant, just about everything.
By far the best match of the tournament that we've had thus far. And I think the two teams that aren't necessarily, I'm saying, are the best at the tournament, but have play, how they were going to adapt on the fly, but also just had every individual we needed showing up. This was an absolute banger, and honestly, you can't even fault Heretics for losing this. One or two rounds different on that third map, and it could have been Sentinels, it could have been Heretics, so close.
I think it represented the perfect matchup and the perfect three maps, you know, with the teams and the studying of their opponent so well, and actually finish up on that third map with that 6-6 after the first half to actually, you know, focus on how they can step up in the game and tweak things around. And actually, Sentinels came up on top. They have to be ready for the first matchup today.
Yeah,
They slept.
It's
for
crazy.
sure, for sure.
And I'm sorry, I just wanted to add as well that it's wild, first of all, that Sentinels are going from playing that last match to the first one with not a lot of prep time. But it also showed, I think, kind of a preview of how good this KC versus Sentinels game is going to be today.
I love that you said it was a preview because, yeah, you're absolutely right. It was just a little teaser of how far this team's going to be pushed, right? But a lot of people might be asking what comes next. Well, we do have a Swiss bracket. So at the end of yesterday's show, we did a little draw to set the table for round number 2. And, you know, I do have to ask you guys, these matches right now, we can hear the crowd right now, and they're going insane. This is going to be a banger match for sure.
Yeah, it absolutely will be. And we'll get a lot of time to talk about that one. But I want to talk about this second match because everyone's looking at KC Sen. But I think Gen.G EDG is going to be a sleeper banger. EDG is in great form right now. Like we were talking about earlier, they've refined their playstyle a lot coming into this event. And it's the same for Gen.G. I think that they managed to maintain their performance from Pacific here at Madrid in their opening match. So that one's going to be great as well.
Well, that actually brings us to today's MasterCard fan poll. Which team received the toughest draw? Is it going to be Sentinels? Is it Gen.G, Carmine Core, or EDG? Scan this QR code. Am I pointing in the right direction? Yes, I am right now to cast your vote right now. And I have to ask you guys, what was your reaction when that draw came on?
I mean, crazy, because you were talking about not having a lot of time to prepare, but actually everybody had like the same time. It's the resting time that you're going to need, and obviously the kind of time to watch your opponent that you're going to have a small advantage in. But I think that we can all agree the Sentinels probably have the toughest one. When I arrived later yesterday at the hotel, after the meeting, after the shower, after everything, I got some food. When the food arrived to the hotel, I went downstairs. Celsius was coming back from the venue because of course they have to do interviews and all that, and I was like, I hope that you're going straight to bed.
Oh my gosh, but like, you know, that just goes to show how competitive this tournament is, right? And just how much pressure our teams are under, right? Let's actually take a moment to check in on some of the newbies that might be coming in for this tournament, because this kind of culture, this kind of, you know, competitive environment might be a bit of a shocker for them, especially since a lot are doing their first international tournament ever, Mimi.
Yeah, I mean, it is impressive that we had so many new players qualifying to the stage here in Madrid, and pretty much every single one of them has showed up and played excellently. The numbers differ a little bit. That's ACS on your screen between domestic and global. But what matters is they're having the same impact, having the same big moments. None of our rookies have disappointed yet, which is astounding.
And in such different roles, right? It's not only the duelists coming in, just to add in that new electric, super young player to your squad. We have Sentinels, IGLs, duelists, but also support players. I love the fact that 2024 is shaping this way.
Yeah, even new IGLs to this global stage. John QT's been in the game for a long time, but this is a big step to be leading Sentinels. He looked great on that stage. Every one of these players has been showing up. For me, this is already shaping up to be one of the most competitive global events we've had yet.
Absolutely, and it's, as we mentioned earlier, right, it heralds a new chapter of VCT. It heralds a new chapter of Valorant. So let's get into it. Let's talk about today's first matchup. It's the Clout match. Sentinels versus Carmine Corp. There's already been a lot of talk about this one on socials. You can see all of the fans just basically battling it out almost on social media. We have the fans. I can see a lot of blue over there, understandably.
There's a whole wall
There's a
of it.
whole wall.
Some have been saying. But, I mean, you even see in this tweet, Carmen Core and Sentinels promising to use the opponent's bundle of the Classic for whoever wins this one. These are the
Sentinels saying it.
No. Celsius will do it, I think.
Why are they scared? Why are they scared? I think the Celsius will sell to it.
No. He'd do it. He's a big supporter of the bundles.
And specifically his own.
Yeah. To say the least, I would say. But yeah, I mean, like, these are massive matchups. And as we mentioned, like, you know, there are a lot of new faces that are coming in here. And for Sentinels and for Carmine Core, I think that, you know, the new flavor of these two teams is what makes this match so exciting, right? We saw an era wherein Sentinels was like very aim heavy, very almost.
Let's see क्या बोल रहा है.
Get messed up. Nice. So that's fun. And then Riot was also
Here, since we've seen this.
It was the late 1800s last time we saw these two guys play up against each other. It feels like it's been that long, babe.
Yeah, exactly. Magnum was in Fnatic, Tense was in his prime back also in Sentinels.
He's in his prime now, babe.
No, but they are both in their second prime if you think about it. Because after that, Magnum, yes, he did go to play the next Masters Reykjavik back then, and Tense had only be back for that lock-in, right? But we're longing for this moment where they're going to be back head-to-head against each other on their second prime, giving ult to this game and also in different roles, different situations. Tense advancing and moving on as a player, as a new role. Magnum also on the IGL, talking about those responsibilities and how they're merging with their new teams.
Yeah, it's been such a growth for both these players. When Tense was playing on that Reykjavik stage, he was just running around and killing people on Jet.
He was the biggest star in Valorant.
Yeah, he was an agent of chaos. He was a star player. And now he's evolved so much. He's playing on the Gecko. He's playing on the Omen. He's so much more of a team player. And he has a really, I think, a much more cohesive team around him just because Valorant has evolved so much. But it's the same for Magnum. He was kind of under Boaster's mentorship, not really as big a voice on that team. He was flashing his teammates in grand finals last time we saw him. Now he's leading Casey to... no, but it just goes to show how much he's improved that he'll never live that flash down. How much he's improved that he's now going and leading Casey to the title in EMEA and beating Boaster.
Well, you guys just basically like probably made me sweat here just thinking of the pressure these IGLs are on, right? But Carmine Corp, they were able to withstand all of that pressure of the big stage and pick up a huge win, 2-0 over FPX. Mimi, what did you think of that match?
So I think a lot of people look at this and will be thinking that, oh, this is FPX. How did they lose so many rounds? How is it so close? I disagree with that. Zeiss in the press conference said that there's 44 teams in the International League. Only 8 of them made it. Every team deserves their slot. Every match is going to be close. And I don't think KC looked in their best form. I think it's probably the weakest we've seen them all of this year, relying a lot on individual plays, on kind of late round adaptation. They looked a little bit shaky, but that doesn't actually worry me because I think they just needed one match like this to warm up, especially because it's against an FPX that has a super different, super chaotic style compared to EMEA. Sentinels is a team that's a lot more preppable, that plays a lot more of a style similar to what similar to what they're used to playing, which I think will make this matchup not easier by any means, but a little more comfortable stylistically for KC, especially with that warm up out of the way.
The setting was also different, right? Because you're coming onto the big stage. I think that it was a pressure test, especially the way that FPX plays, and I think they passed it. Now moving on, as you're saying, to a different team. I think that they showed some of the cracks that you can see on some of those maps. We were looking at Lotus and probably how they have to advance also, and how every single team is going to study you in a different way and is going to put new questions on the table. I think that for today, they're going to be very ready because of, for example, things that we saw around Icebox, when they were so sure of what to do and how to counter their opponents.
Well, for more on Carmine Core, let's send it over to Golden Boy and Coach Anchor standing by.
Coach, let me grab you here, my brother. How you doing? Feeling good today?
Yeah, today is okay. Yeah,
You got a big matchup today. We've seen Sentinels pull off some pretty interesting strategies going into their matchup yesterday against Heretics. So you think you have anything clever for this matchup today?
To be honest, I want to say like Sentinels, they're like really great team. I respect them, their coaching staff, their like I don't know club and their roster. So I feel like it should be. I hope it will be like interesting match.
Well, I think we're all very much anticipating it, man. Best of luck to you, brother. You have a good one. Back to you guys.
It's going to be a very interesting match for sure. And we just want to point out that there is an NA spy of sorts on Carmine Core, right? We do have Narrate, who is ready to show NA what they've lost. He mentioned that in one of the interviews.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, is Narrate the player that we have to highlight time and time again? Of course, it happened in EMEA, but his debut here in the international stage was electric. So many times where he was getting the multi-kills, where he was getting the clutches, especially when
Bro, his main inspiration.
the team needed it the most. He was the one bringing that round that turns things around and puts it on favor of KC. Again, from the roles that he's playing, coming from being a duelist to becoming one of the best supportive players.
Yeah, he wasn't bad when he played in NA.
He wasn't bad.
That's not the reason why Mad Lions had a pretty terrible season in Challengers. The reason he's great now is because he has a team and a coach that is building him up. He's been taken off duelist for a lot of maps, switching over to the Gecko, to the Fade, playing these roles that are new to him, and that's all in the coaching staff, Zeish and Eng's vision. They saw the talent in this guy, and now they're molding him into not just a wild superstar going out and fragging in Tier 2 games, but to someone who really fits this team's system and is great and disciplined in the util, but can still have those superstar moments.
You gotta respect about how Coach Eng is just able to make, you know, he's like a kingmaker, right? He's able to bring superstars out of even like, you know, the small, the biggest rookies. Or
and there's a really great comparison there too, because I think Kaplan has done the same thing with Tens. I think Tens and Narrate are very similar, where they had this incredible amount of raw talent that was waiting to be refined, and we've seen that from both of them now.
Well, we did sit down with Shin and Narrate to talk about the team's glow up. So let's check it out with Sideshow, who sat down with him.
What's up? I'm here with Narrate and Shin from Carmine Core. Excellent to have you here at Masters Madrid. Shin, I want to start with you because you've seen the worst and you've seen the best. You really have gone through so much in what is a fairly short career playing at the top level in Valorant. Can you talk me through some of the emotional ups and downs of being on Carmine Core for the last couple of years?
Yeah, I think it was like really hard, like for the first year, the last year. We didn't expect such results, and the only thing I can tell is like I'm really glad that I have a second chance with the results we did last year, because it was like really depressing. But now like team changed, the way we work together, so after the game to play again, it was kind of hard last year because with the they are leaving the team, we had some problems with the team. So it was a bit depressing, but I feel like everything changed. We have a good environment, everybody likes each other.
It seems like the team culture is working very, very well. Narrate, can you talk to me a little bit about what the environment behind the scenes is like? Because you know, practice all the time, it feels like you're all very involved in everything you're doing, hyping each other up at all times. It seems like a very positive atmosphere.
I mean, we all, like I say, like hungry players, we're all new to like this easy TN new experience, so we all want to win. We all want to do everything we can to win. So I think that's the first problem. We all just want to be. And the second one is obviously with our coaches, who definitely lead us really in the right direction. Yeah, obviously, he's really smart. He gives all the details on the game while also being not making it super like tense atmosphere. He's always super casual and really friendly with everybody. Same with Zeish. And we also have a performance coach, Yuan. He's really helpful on like even going past like just like the surface level like friendships and stuff like that. Trying to make us really know how to work together as a team, and it's definitely really important for a lot of.
जब तक start होता है तब तक practice कर लेता हूँ. আর শুনতে পাচ্ছি না এখানে বল কিসের দাম কত হ্যাঁ 800 কত আমি কিনবো কি না তাহলে দিচ্ছে না না তাহলে কিনছি না না কিনছি না আমি একদম কত না না আচ্ছা কি করছিস গেম খেলছি আগে করব तुम्हें गेम नहीं खेलना चाहिए तो तुम क्यों क्योंकि आप
ভালো মুভি সাজেস্ট কর ভালো মুভি go and watch Dunes इनका स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ क्या अभी तक
against the waves time and time again, but they managed to do it here. I love the way that Kaplan has that winner mentality of no excuses. If we lose, that's on us.
But the difference is that prep time is very impactful. Karmine Corp is a team that is really good at coming up with those Zanny strats when they have the time to do so. The team constantly talks about how good Eng's game plans are when they have the time to do so. So I think that is a big advantage for KC heading into this match.
And I think that's what makes this match, really deadly for both teams, right? You have such little prep time, and that means that's where the ante comes in. There's no other way. You just have to outthink and outplay each other, right? But a big part of that also is like the energy that Sentinels brings. And I think a big part of that is Zelsis. And you can see it, right? You can see how he'll just yell on stage, he'll smile, he'll lift everybody up and, convince everybody to buy the Sentinels bundle, of course. But Mimi, he's just a powerhouse also in game.
He's more than just a salesman. When his teammates talk about him, they describe him as the player who gives them a reason to play, that reminds them what they're here for. He's really good at giving his teammates energy, being that emotional leader, but he also will have games like this one.
Yeah.
I think if it weren't for his clutches on Lotus, Sentinels wouldn't be here. It would have been Team Heretics instead. In a close match like that, little pop-offs like this, giving your team the energy, those things that are less easy to point out and that are easy to point out, like his clutches, are both so impactful for Sen's win yesterday.
Well, when you talk about these two teams, you actually cannot talk about them without talking about the duelists. You have Zekken versus Martin and Bea. We talk about these two. We talked about them earlier. How exciting these, they have the same kind of like agent pool. They kind of mirror each other in a way. So this head-to-head is going to be so exciting.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that Zekken did a brilliant job yesterday. I think that he was being extra aggressive when the team needed it most. Probably, Celsius was on his ear being like, just my man, just jump in.
Just go in. We got you.
And also the combination of him and Tense is going to be very similar to the one that we're going to see between Narrate and Martin. And, probably we haven't talked about Martin so much because we've been focusing on Narrate, but this is the same. And Martin brings something different to the team. He's going to be playing on the Euro. He's going to be on his own and making this plays in some of the instances. But the electricity from both have to be ready on stage.
Did Zekken almost just fall out of his chair when we came into that clip?
I think so. I think it is.
If he can stay in his chair this match, he's going to be great again.
And hopefully less friendly fire on his side. He did acknowledge that.
It is kind of messed up. It is kind of messed up that his stats didn't show those 2 extra kills.
Hey, they did say that, like, John Cutie did say, like, hey, if he has to kill me in order to win the round, then so be it, right? I will be the sacrificial lamb. But I think that, these, again, you point out how, like, this tandem is going to be so interesting to watch. You have Zekken and Tense, you have Martin and Narrate. That's going to be where my eyes are at, actually, on this match, because it's going to be, it's going to boil down to the wire, especially since we've talked about all of the pressure that these teams are going through. And at the same time, this is a breakout for John Cutie as an IGL.
Well, yeah, it absolutely is. This guy has been grinding in Tier 2 for a long time. Yeah. Started his career in the MENA scene, moved over to Canada for college, competed there in Tier 2, finally made it to Tier 1 with Sentinels, and now he's IGLing his first global tournament, which is really impressive. He's also reunited with Coach Kaplan, who they played together back in Tier 2, and I think the system that both of them have built is really parallel to the impact that the coaches have in KC. For my money, these two teams are the two that have the strongest read on the meta right now. I think Sentinels finds a great balance between playing meta stuff like that Gecko comp they switched to on Bind and doing things that enable their players that is more based on comfort. And on the other hand, for KC, they're playing stuff that no one else is, that I think is also on the forefront, like those their split comp where they're playing the double smokes and the Yoru. Both these teams have such great ideas and also such electric individuals. This is going to be a fantastic match.
Oh yeah, for sure. But for now, we're going to take a little break from that discussion because it is time for the results of our MasterCard fan poll. Earlier, we asked you which team had the toughest draw for round 2, and the results are in. People think it is Karmine Corp. Bea, do you agree?
I mean, probably this is because of the time zones, and this one I'm going to give it to you.
You're using my cope.
No, I mean, your cope was the people in Brazil didn't speak English.
Wait, that's, again, she's twisting my words. That's not what I said. I love Brazil. I love Brazil. I love Brazil. Let me mind control you.
Well, I believe you. I believe you.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I think it's very jarring because KC and their fans, they do have the opportunity, quote unquote, to make it here to the stage. So of course, if just with a few hours difference, get on a train, get on a bus, and maybe can't they get here by train?
Don't get me started talking about trains. Don't get. I'll ruin. How long do we have? That's 2 minutes 36 seconds. We have better things to talk about.
Okay. But
the first time I'll say that, maybe the last.
अच्छा हाँ तू तो घर जा रही है
But
ना?
yeah, making it here for some of the KC fans is very important because we've known how the support has been unconditional for this team and definitely is going to give
Happy
them so
safe
much.
and good journey.
Yeah, and I'm eager to see how Sentinels
Good journey
will be
होगा.
playing up against a kind of sort of the home court of Carmine Corp, right? They're going to have to deal with the blue wall that has showed up in support of this team. So they're going to be looking like the villains, but that is no stranger. Annie is no stranger to that role, I would say. But for now, while we are waiting for map select Mimi, I'm thinking like right now we can see that our teams are getting ready, and I think like you can feel that energy. You can feel that energy coming out, and I believe our coaches are standing by for map select. So let's listen in.
All right, welcome to Map Select presented by Omen. We will start with the first one of the day. Sentinels, you were hired seed via the draw, so you will get to choose Team A or Team B.
Team A.
So KC will be Team B, and Sentinels, we will start with your first ban. Icebox, your ban?
Ban Sunset.
Sunset, and map number 1 from Sentinels.
Pick Split.
Split, side on Split.
Defense.
Defense. Map number 2.
Pick Lotus.
Lotus, side on Lotus.
Pick Attack.
Attack. Okay, next set of bans starting with Sentinels. You have Ascent, Bind, and Breeze.
Ban Ascent.
In Ascent, your ban, you have Bind and Breeze. Ban Breeze. So map number 3 is going to be Bind, Sentinels, side on Bind.
Attack.
Attack. All right, good luck to you both.
Thank you. It was so fast. Last time we had like 3 seconds.
Yeah, this is going to be crazy. I think that probably these maps are the best that we could get from all these teams. I would have changed maybe the Bind for the Sunset, but actually the fact that neither of them played the Breeze, what was going to happen with that map, it may be a crazy pick or maybe a very ballsy ban, but I love the fact that we're getting Split, that we're getting Lotus. This is perfect for this matchup.
It's the best possible map pool for a match I'm so excited for.
Yeah, I can feel the excitement already. So let's get this day started. It's going to be Sentinels versus Carmine Corp first, and later on we have EDG versus Gen G. That is day 3 for Masters Madrid, and it starts right about now.
EDG, 4th time is the charm as they finally bested Paper Rex.
对于我来说，这是一个 PRX 是一座山吧，然后我们跨越这座山，全面的一个决斗者，不仅仅只靠我的名句，对，因为我的信念吧，因为我要变成世界第一人。
지금은 그래도 이제 청소년기가 조금 지난 그런 사람인 것 같아요. 제 IGL링 방식 자체가 팀원들이 잘하는 플레이 방식을 약간 돋아주면서 더 잘할 수 있게.
NG Crush Loud looking so good.
我觉得他们对于我来说是家人，所以说。 他们一直的相信，一直的对我的肯定，一直对我的支持，所以说我要做得更棒，所以说不能让他们失望，对于我失望，所以说我觉得我会带着这些东西一起前进，跟我的家人们。
저희가 남아있는 경기들도 좋은 성적으로 걷어갈 수 있도록 노력하겠습니다.
Any predictions for a match against Sentinels? So is it nostalgic being back with them? And how do you think it could go?
It's weird, to be honest, because it's like happening deja vu, I'd say. Yeah, it's like it's been 3 years. It's been a long time, so yeah, it will be quite cool to face them again and this time to take the win.
Playing against Carmine Corp is definitely going to be tough. Narrate, I already knew he was a strong player when he was playing challengers here in NA. He was putting up really good numbers even though his team wasn't that strong.
Out and over. Narrate can't be stopped, man. It's just disgusting.
I had a couple trials for NA teams, and I think they were extremely well. It just, I kind of got unlucky. The teams that qualify from NA are not like the teams that I expected to play for last season. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm here in Carmine Corp, and we're obviously doing way better than those teams I was talking about. To be honest, like, revenge is not really on my mind. I'm just really excited to play the NA teams at least, because, like, you know, I could have been in their region playing, but now I'm in a different region playing with a new team. NA isn't the only region that can be dominant. There can always be European teams or NA players going to different regions and still performing, like, really well.
Second is so mechanically just filthy. Look at go! Many people had no idea this guy is just giving him hell.
Zekken is an incredible player. I think we've all known this. He's just Zekken.
I would say the difference between 2022 Zekken and right now, I have a lot more experience than I did 2 years ago, and I'm a lot more confident in myself as a player than I was.
Going up against Sentinels will be quite a challenge. They're probably the most dangerous team at this tournament. For me, I don't really think about winning or losing. I just think about playing the game that's in front of me and learning as I go.
As a whole team, I think Carmine Corp is very strong, but I believe that I can outduel anyone in the world.
दे भाई की ठीक नहीं बगा ए नारुतो আমার মতো দুটো নারুতো
One of the biggest matches of Masters Madrid is coming right up. Sentinels versus Carmine Corp. The kickoff winners of their respective regions. NA versus EMEA is a tale as old as Valorant itself. But Mimi, it's matches like these that signal a whole new chapter of this rivalry.
It absolutely is. Both these teams have massive fan bases behind them, people cheering them on. But for both these squads, they have defined their past failures. At one time, both these squads were the memes of their region. The teams with a lot of clout, but no skill. And now they're the two squads defining the meta at the forefront of the VCT with some of the best players in the world.
And just because of that Swiss stage, we get to see them head-to-head today. Maybe some would say a little early, but this is probably one of the matches that people were expecting the most. And not only the people, also the players. Of course, for Sentinels, they want to go up against the big guns of EMEA, and for EMEA, it's never different.
Okay, I did hear something in the press conferences yesterday, and Martin was like saying that bunny is good luck for him. So if that bunny comes out, you know he's dropping 40K, apparently.
Le bon lapin.
You said it, now you cursed it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This desk, I forget the power that this desk has sometimes. But you know, these two teams. If you told me that we would be seeing this match in the first international event that Valorant has, I would have been like alternate universe maybe.
Yeah, it is really shocking the comeback that both these teams have had. But I think the things to be excited for are first of all the map pool. We're starting on split. Sentinels looked unbeatable on this map in America. And it was the exact same for Carmine Corp, but they play incredibly different styles, playing the Yoru noise denial comp with this double dive for Carmine Corp, and trying the old standard comp, but just executing on it incredibly well. For Sentinels, this is a map about their protocols and how strong they are at finding the right timings on defense, at making the right calls. This is, in my opinion, the best map for both teams.
Protocols, that is the word, Mimi. Of course, KC is going to try and disrupt and break the protocols for Sentinels, who need to take back and think about those retakes, how good they've been in the region, especially when playing compositions like this one. They know how to administrate the utility throughout the round. They know how to, as I said, disrupt your position, your thinking, and your interpretation of the map. But this opponent is not going to be an easy one.
Kaplan in the press conference last night, he said that this tournament was about prep, was about anti-strat, because there was not a lot of turnaround time for teams to switch up their strats. The issue here is, for Sentinels, 14 hours of prep since their game last night. You gotta sleep for at least some of those. And on the other hand, Karmine Corp have had a good amount of time for Eng to come up with a counter strat. They're so good at implementing that.
Ooh, and right now, as we're seeing our agent select, we are seeing Martin bringing out the Yoru that we talked about. So that head-to-head we talked about, like, it's gonna be a double duelist this time.
I love the fact that we get the double duelist, that we get to see the split, because we're going to see now Raid playing on that duelist. We had enough of the initiator, and this duo also combined with Magnum and how he's going to be initiating and gathering that information is going to be key to the success of KC.
Everyone's seen Sentinels comp before, but if you haven't watched Karmine Corps, the things to look for is how they're pairing the teleports in their comps with audio denial. They have Fade Seize, they have Fade Alt, they have Omen Paranoia. They have all these tools that take away your ears, and then they have Yoru Gate Crashes, Omen TPs to get behind you. They're so dynamic in the way that they double dive on their retakes on defense and on their attack side hits.
Yeah, exactly. And do not forget about the Astra as well, another key element there.
Well, let's get this match started and bring in your casters. It's Bren and Sideshow.
Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, forget the bundles, forget the clout. This is two teams, #1 seed in their respective regions, going at it for that straight shot to playoffs. It's all on the line here right now. I mean, we are expecting an absolutely incredible series between these two teams.
Especially given the map pool that we have in front of us. These are the teams playing at the top of their pools. And they're the teams coming from the regions that have lifted trophies in the past. The #1 seeds coming out from Americas and from EMEA. There was no guarantee that we were going to get this game throughout the tournament. Nope. Swiss tossed the coin and it landed on a goated match.
We set our sights here onto Split. As you've already mentioned, very good map for both of these teams. It's going to be mind games on mind games, I'm sure, as we get deeper and deeper into the series. I mean, we attribute a lot of the strengths of both of these squads down to their retakes, the fundamentals. Maybe we might see that being picked apart.
KC looking to see if there's any aggression at mid here. Sentinels, you can see just from their pistol round buy, they're not planning to go for an aggressive pistol strat. Zekken did not buy the blast packs, go for the boom bot instead. Full utility on the Sky, looking to try and play a more defaulty pistol. Punish the aggression from KC, which may be happening in mid actually, as Thomas took a little bit of damage.
Almost first blood going away. Sentinels here, just a bit of chip damage and away. Narrate spamming back and forth, exchanging with the bullets, no casualties. It is so slow going.
I was taking a look at Magnum and Martine, who were thinking about getting information over towards B Heaven, but they didn't actually spot that Sen are going for the walk-up.
It's contacts on contacts, but a stack of KC. They've got the players here. Pull, triggered, Prowler through, along with the decoy. A lot of noise being made.
And the mid-round audible here now. 30 seconds left. Sen, we're going to accelerate into the A side, but they're worried in case it's some kind of a trap. Wow. Zelsis goes for more info, punished, but that is finally going to make the call. Sassy gets the spike down, planted for Heaven.
Exactly so, I'm going to be paying close attention to this.
I mean, this is where the Sentinels protocols have been immaculate in Americas, constantly stopping their opponents from taking Heaven control. Playing so well around that area, understanding what their opponents want to do.
Absolutely, make the same argument for Karmine Corp here. Paranoia being held and primed, ready and waiting. Was a flash to set that right up. Narrate will fall. Nade, unfortunate there, gets stuck into the wall. So no rebound for Zek, and the rest of now Karmine Corp willing to just try and take the fight straight through into elbow. That's going to be some ground gained, but oh my, the bodies falling and toppling. Pistol round for Sentinels.
Nice.
Lovely performance, really well played, highlighting the strengths of Sen right from the beginning there, which is that they understand how their opponents want to play on Split. There is a meta that's developed over the course of probably the last year or maybe a little more, which is plant for Heaven, try to retake Heaven control as the post planners,
The retakers are going to end up flooding often around that heaven area. And Sen are so good at anticipating what their opponents want to do and stopping them.
Yeah.
You see how they sent that flash just to disrupt what was happening. The timings were all perfect.
I'm sure they can upset some of that. Well, a little bit in the weeds there. I mean, just catching on to one another with the bodies, but they're going to be granted a ramp control deep in the position.
And this does look like a round where both teams have opted for the opposite side of things. KC stacking 4 players over towards B main, hoping that things were going to come into them. And instead, Sentinels getting a very easy A site. There was a lot of talk, Brent, in Americas after Sentinels went on their fantastic run about whether this version of them playing Split was just the best in the world. And for me personally, it looks awesome, but you have to see it tested at an event like this and go up against other top teams, like KC, for example, before you can make claims like that.
This might be one of the biggest tests they've ever had. Karmine Corp still danger here, even though they are on an eco round. You never want to count this team out, especially with how drilled they are. Look at them, playing together, piece together. But nice. So are Sentinels, always side by side, not leaving any gaps, nothing to chance. So it will be nice an easy sailed round. Shin the last one left, and time ticking away. We're going to be paying close attention as well if you want to talk about general matchups into this. I mean, on this map, we get an absolute treat, don't we? Narrate versus Zekken on the Razers with that head-to-head.
Yeah. I mean, what a head-to-head. That really is spectacular. And Tenz has moved off the Yoru on bind, just unfortunately exactly aligned with when he could have gone up against Martin, as we were thinking of later on into the pool.
The roles might get funky. I mean, the rates playing all sorts. Flexing into the initiators.
But here we go. KC with rifles back online, and Sentinels with a great buy themselves. Zekken picks up the judge. He was talking about how much he was playing that on Split during his rank game since being in Madrid.
That was advice he gave me in Korea. He was like, if you're losing your rank games, just force the judge.
Well, we'll see how it works for him.
Getting in their faces. It was definitely working out the other day in their match versus Heretics. Trailblazer straight in the middle, up the gut through the side. Prowler knifed. Zekken, he's set up for success and even more. He's deep now. Fox in the pen, looks like he wanted to try and overextend, but now here we go, an attempt to try and reclear into mid. Trip, Broken John, might be in some trouble, has to call for some backup and reinforcements. Fights happening all over the bloody place, yet still the movement is clean. Satchel there, Trip in his face, and the rate still wins that one out, but the side has been fully taken. Territory now for Sen. Karmine Corp forced to slow it down now, side by side. Narrate and Shin going to be holding hands through this one, but they've got a lot to chew through.
This one way that Shin's looking to pop, very difficult for the post-planners to deal with. Celsius goes for a peek early on, trying to play Zekken in.
It's a bit of that information, yet close to Raptors, close to the corner. Narrate plucks him out. Now brings it to the 2v2 with an aid rebounding. Did they know? Did he expect it towards new box? Half clearance! Celsius, just a one-and-done Shin! That is nasty! Nasty business, man. That's a 2v3, and you can start to see it. The signs are live here for Karmine Corp.
Yeah, that's a great work from both Shin and Narrate. But at the same time, a very expensive bonus round. Look at the economical difference here. Sen have so much more money to be able to work with. KC on the verge of not even being able to buy in this round. Great awareness, though, really well cleared. All of these different angles. Very fast from Shin, clearing out these 2 final players to trade Narrate too. So it's a big round, and Magnum gets on his feet early. But things do not get any easier. Like I said, the economy is in a really rough spot right now for KC. They're coming into this next round with 2 Bulldogs and a Stinger.
Money is odd. Look quite weak. Martin going to be set up in a 4 position. Has the gate crash. Just to back out in case it's necessary. Sentinels opting for a much slower beginning. A bit of spam exchanged. Lead hailing down on either side.
KC's retakes have been fantastic. Both of these teams look amazing on the Split retakes, but Sentinels will try and force the fights before that's even a possibility.
Flash, chance for the repeat nades. The fly straight past each other. Zekken, he's already way further ahead than anticipated.
It's just so good. The way that he breaks the Prowlers whilst continuing to scale, whilst continuing to move forwards. He's done it with the knife and with the run and gun movement with the Phantom there. It just ruins what KC are going for.
Ability off the charts. Tomasi feeling the heat, turned up, sent out the Paranoia, but now backs away. Trying to play for the life. Giving up Heaven Control, gives up B as a result, but maybe I'll be able to just pick him apart from the side here. Is he going to get lucky with a few stray bullets? Not quite. Sassy Minor bruises, basically. It's going to be that plan down now with 5 players up and kicking. Martin holding that flash out wide. Magnum not expecting it, not anticipating it. Showstopper now earned.
This is what I'm talking about. Sen forcing the fights before the retake can even happen. The swing timing there from Zekken was excellent. It shut this retake down before it could even begin. And KC were getting so many of these 4v5 round wins against FPX because FPX would, I mean, to be kind to them, throw it away. And Sen are just not going to do that. If they get up early, they have the discipline and the player strength to be able to close this out. They've been working on that since October. Both of these teams grinding away in separate regions. But I think one of the biggest things that we're seeing here that's allowed Zekken to get the entry both of these times is that he's just disrespecting the Prowlers. He knifed one of the Prowlers, got through and managed to get a kill with the Judge. And then this time,
just run straight past.
Narrate thinks there that the Prowler's got a tag onto somebody, I think, or at least he's putting pressure on someone and giving him space to be able to swing. That is not the case. Zekken was so ready for that. He's 7-1 on a tag side split right now.
Dominating. Much like last night as well. I mean, Sentinels, talk about this team. Last one's out, first one's in. Haven't had much time to prepare for this one, but the form factor playing its part here. The Sentinels players looking warmed up and ready. B main control. It's going to be the name of the game. So Sentinels are giving it basically for free, just the one snake bite in exchange for that one.
And most of this pressure has been coming through mid. This time, Zekken moves his way over towards B main. Might have gotten a spot there.
Oh, it's going to get explosive. Yeah, as soon as he spots that one, Paranoia. Good to send that one out, yeah. Actually fantastic, but still close to the corner. Ducks and mids. How the hell is he getting that? No target to take it, most likely. The nade rebounds, and Zekken, man, he's going to build himself up to another one.
That's unbelievable. And a snipes Martin up there. I believe it was, with the showstopper, and then also gets a nade kill too.
Unreal. Sen, easy as it goes, isn't it? Look at that, they can pick and choose the targets. Who wants to be the plan? Who wants to earn their ult next? Sassy, okay, you're up. Keep the war machine chugging.
And that's the big thing, right? Once you start to get momentum like this was only a bit of an anti-eco round. KC still had 3 rifles, if you want to call the Bulldog a rifle as well. But it wasn't a full buy for them. Sen used a big ultimate, but they managed to get another one online too. So this ult cycle is now going to start to push forwards, and things only get more difficult trying to hold off Zekken when he has the Seekers to be able to entry behind too.
It's a vicious cycle.
And this is all before we get to see Sen playing on the defense side, where I think they've also looked spectacular. In fact, might have looked better if you were thinking about how you weigh up their attack versus defense side split.
Yeah, I mean, I would make that argument. Defense side, they have so many different looks on it now. Core, as we've already mentioned, haven't really had time to pick themselves back up after the series of losses. The economy has never really been honest at any of these points. Look at them working with classics there for Magnum. I mean, now you're going to see, hopefully, a bit better weaponry. I mean, it's half armor, a couple of rifles, still the Bulldog being kept for Magnum. We can see this.
Yeah, and another opportunity for Sentinels to mix some stuff up. Zekken, by the way, still 10-1. He's dominating.
Absolutely frying.
This looks like, once more, the pressure's going to come towards mid. And Martin and Magnum have been trying to get aggressive in this area. They just haven't found the opportunities.
An attempt to take an early fight there, but Core looking a little bit out of sync with the high-low, but Martin's been pushed forward, so they want to fight this.
I think Martin is just looking to catch Zekken as he powers his way up mid, trying to position himself into an unusual spot.
Really close, Trailblazer. Using the close corner, Martin! Wasn't stunned up there, actually. Catch him, but still the trade's there. Does Martin not have his gate crash? I'm not too sure.
But he did a lot of damage to Sassy. So there has still been damage done there, even though it was a 1-for-1 trade.
Call is made.
Yeah, this push through is an excellent idea from John Cutie. No Sentinel on the other side for KC means that these gaps do exist.
They're going to be aware of the ramp players, though. Seekers, they should be now used. Spam down and spray down, so Narrate gets both of them.
Are they aware how deep John and Tens are?
It seems like it. Look at that, Narrate. Watching for the avenue as a game of time is, but he is going to be grounded. No way! Walked straight into him, should have been a freebie. Was not. Shin. He's got so much more to do now. Perfect Paranoia. That's 10 setting his team up, but will there be anything to capitalize? It's him himself. He'll want to follow through, man.
absolute dismantling so far. In terms of the entry in terms of the lurk play there too, it looked like Narrate had it. His crosshairs in the right place, but I don't think he anticipated the timing being that quick. And this puts an enormous burden onto Magnum and Tamaji.
Running away with the early section of this half here. Horn sent wide. Paranoia only on the one. Zelsis holds it down, but as the instantaneous trade, Thomas, he does not expect that position. So it's 5-1. Sentinels really looking like just the mid-round calling. The ideas initially off the rip, even when KC seemed to get that minor advantage with the first kill, there's always that instant trade coming out.
No, they are absolutely crushing them right now in every department. These are the kind of banger matchups that when one team just, when you haven't had the opportunity to experience how the two clash and collide, you don't exactly know which way it's going to go.
No.
And when you see it play out like this, you're like, wow, this is spectacular, the way that Sen are just handling everything that KC are throwing at them. But I also feel like KC are not actually being able to define the tempo at any point in these rounds. Maybe this, and an eco round where they can take more risks, could be the one.
This is the time to do it. Peeking wide, Shin will respect it now. Shows presence though, so Sen are going to be wanting to re-clear B main just in case.
This Astra smoke does make it a little difficult to do that though. Especially when Zelsis has the pit online, which he's gonna want for a post-plant situation probably. If things get dangerous, perhaps he could save it for a rifle.
Abundance of caution from Sentinels here, up against that weaker buy, for good reason.
Haunt thrown over towards A right now, so Karmikor start to stack B. It didn't see anybody. Sassy might decide to try to use some Sky Util to pull people back away from the B site before this pop happens. But also that means that there won't be initiator utility with the site hit.
Narrate's running away, no, going back to heaven. Close corner, flash, Martin collects.
That's a great punish, it gives them the kill and it tells them to keep stacking B.
Here we go, Util being forced out of them with Paranoia going flying. The pull on top of it, Tens cannot get through. In fact, spam down to just single digits of HP. There's 20 seconds left. Narrate's still there with the rocket in his back pocket. It's going to be pretty monstrous here. Pit just to get themselves out. 14 seconds left. Time becoming an issue up top. Second, but Narrate 2 for 2 on the way. Karmikor full control. And no more chances here. No more chances at all for Sen. That's the danger when you take it slowly. That abundance of caution that I was talking about prior. Doesn't matter if you're playing against the half-fly. When you take your time like that, these teams are going to punish you.
I think the big play, I mean, I can't believe, by the way, that Zekken, even in a round where they lose, is pulling out that kind of stuff. But yeah, that is the combo of the ultimate there too, the Yoru ultimate, so that you can spam into the pit, the Raze ult that comes through locking up the round. But the pick that Martin got onto Sassy told them exactly what the play was. And that's what they've been missing the entire time. They've never been able to read what's happening, and even if they got the read, Zekken bowled them over.
Karmikor back into it. More than happy
that one way is a little difficult.
Hello. Disrespect from Zekken. It's not for the util.
And he's one away from getting his ult online. Look how passive these positions are from Narrate and Magnum. Really far back in spawn.
Martin expecting player to walk right past the back wall there, holding his crosshair for it, but Sen have got different ideas. With ramp control game by John QT, he's lurked himself up there, caught that timing, so with that cleared, the rest of his team now regroups and meets him from mid.
Shin is looking very isolated on the A site. Narrate's trying to get into a position where he could help him. Now gets smoked off. That's going to be a danger signal. Alarm bells ringing.
Yep, Tens, ult. Does this a lot to just try and gather that information.
They're going the other way.
Like what he sees, yeah, going in the opposite direction. Players still ready here to meet them. Close to the corner, Martin has to do more than that, but he still gets the one kill for him. And B main control is there with Thomas. He smokes himself off now, pouring into the side of Sentinels. 20 seconds left. Nightfall, Paranoia near sighted. Spike, drop down. Karmikor rapidly approaching the position. And there's no way for Sen to bail themselves out. That is Karmikor again in complete control.
Another lovely round there. Finding out what's going on with that constant control of B main. So this time, Zelsis not deciding to re-clear that area of the map, gave KC good info. Now, they could have been miles away from the play. If they decided to commit A there into Shin and Narrate, who was not, in screens, then that round could have been very successful for Sen. They decided to pivot in the opposite direction and ended up falling straight into that crossfire from Tamaji and Martin. Zekken, ult online though, to try and get things back in the hands of Sentinels. I feel like Kamikor have had their most success actually by trying to play for the late round information and the late round picks, rather than forcing the fight early on, where we saw Narrate and Martin getting punished in those earlier rounds.
It's almost like a stalemate just being drawn initially. Exchange that util, waiting for it out. Tomsy is going to be in trouble here, potentially. Forwards now with the ult flash into the corner. Rocket rebounds, there's no kill there. Tomsy's already repositioned. Spray by Tens. Wrangles the beast and eventually takes out Narrate, but the evacuation was successful, so Tomsy is alive, and now he's going to be setting his house back up with the orb up. He's got a free walkout into the site, wraps back to the pillar, sees potential connection. Players are weak, and this is an interesting one. It's an unusual one. Neural theft gives them an idea of where these players might be. The positioning's now highlighted, pointed out, 40 seconds left, but they don't have heaven control. No real way to play this one and fight this. Doubled up together, the double swing is called! Zelsis finds two, flash through, Martin lucky for that one. Stray bullet just going wide, but it finds the target. And a necessary one at that with 25 seconds left.
25 seconds, Tens is going round the world. He's got his knife out trying to make this play happen, but Martin's already read it. They know there's no noise being made here. Someone must be going for a flank. He's missed the angle.
Sassy trying to push the players and pull them away. They're looking the wrong way. Shit up top. Oh my. The minor moments making a difference there. Tiniest of differences.
A comedy or a tragedy, depending on which side of the equation you're on. But that round came down to, as you said, the smallest things. Martin was so aware that a flank was coming through, he just believed that he could spot the head. And then the tap is beautifully timed from Sassy to pull attention away. Tens had no idea where Shin was.
No idea.
Just didn't clear afters. And now KC have won 3 rounds in a row to get themselves back into this. It looked dominant for Sentinels, but they have lost their grip on this map so far. Oh, here we go, the paranoia play.
Yeah, Dimensional Drift sets it up as well, pings out a multitude of targets. Martin.
Too many.
Exited out, yeah.
Far too many for Martin to deal with.
And I guess John QT is just playing anti.
That is such a nice play.
Nice shot.
And Sentinels have destroyed it. A lovely set play from Karmikor. Looked fantastic when they ran it in EMEA, but with 3 players there from Martin, bit off a little more than he could chew. And Tens got the punish. So this does look like now a round where Sentinel should be massively favored. Magnum's positioning is the one that I'm looking at, down mid. Wondering if he could get some kind of flank timing to turn this round. But it does look very much like Sentinel should be favored.
Should be, right, Narrate's down already onto the floor. He's caught the backhand of Zekken.
And nobody in behind to try to get the trade.
Follow. Spray, Magnum almost there with it. Nasty, nasty stuff.
So
3
much
players
danger.
Moving, pivoting, 40 seconds left. Making their way over towards mid, but they're making all the noise in the world. So Narrate is hot on their heels. He's right behind them. He's making a call for it.
But he can't afford to make noise, so he's got to travel more slowly. And that's allowed Sentinels the timing to be able to get into the site. Surely somebody is going to be watching for this.
Spike planted.
Surely, right, but doubled up.
Now this is where the Astral could be useful. Not going to be comboed, obviously, with Martins.
It's all about this crossfire setup. First point of contact, close to hell. It's John QT. Boombot will clear him.
And actually,
feels his position up top. Zelsis takes the fight.
Oh, it was all trying to distract as well for Shin to get this timing. And now I fear it is simply too late.
He realizes it, not even going for it, despite the money. Obviously 2 of his players still basically brought down to 0, but you can feel the tension, man. I mean, how back and forth these 2 teams are, so closely matched.
It is gutting, though, for Karmikor. When you've been having a lot of success, letting the rounds tick down and playing for kind of late round advantages, and you decide, right, we've won 3 in a row, let's change stuff up and go for an aggressive play at the beginning. And that's just Martin not quite realizing that one of the players wasn't caught by the paranoia. Even if they all had been, there might still have been a bit too much there for him to deal with. But Eng is now going to call a timeout. We're headed into a tactical pause for Karmikor. Like I said, they tried to adjust the tempo there, but I feel like everything they've been doing in the early round, Sen have had the advantage. But it is so difficult to play patiently and slowly with their composition when you don't have a Cypher or a Killjoy or something like that giving you information.
Yeah. Double duelist, I mean, it necessitates, I think, as well, some of those aggressive plays that you see. Because otherwise, you're starved of that mid-round information. You don't have a clue, really, where players...
चले अपना गेम खेलो तो देख रहे हो कैसी ने आपको दिखाता हूँ देखो सीन ये है अरे यार ये कौन पता है बैन हुआ है एक केजे था मतलब कुछ भी मार रहा था ठीक है मेरे को पहले ही शक हो गया क्लासिक से भी कुछ भी मार रहा था वो मेरे को तभी शक हुआ था कि साला इसमें कुछ तो दिक्कत है इसमें यहाँ पे भी मेरा लाइक डिस्प्ले सॉरी डिस्प्ले कैप्चर बंद करना था मुझे चलो एक डेथ मैच खेलते हैं सीनरी मॉडल 2 है अभी उसके साथ नहीं खेल पाऊंगा लेफ्ट इन जो ना मोदी सेनपाई वॉइड भी प्रीमियर पे है वेलकन जॉम्स टू कोल्ड टिगरियस कौन है भाई ये
मैच फाउंड
Let's go.
ভাই একটা জামা পর না ভাই আমার গেঞ্জিটাই পরে নে ওইখানে রাখা আছে তো কি হয়েছে করা রেজিউমে দিয়ে কি হবে স্কিলস করতে লাগবে ওটাই অসুবিধা আছে একটু
Strap yourselves in, agents. This ride's going to get bumpy.
Reloading.
Over there.
Fight.
Ooh.
Enemy down.
Reloading. Night night. I gotta wait. Your fault. I gotta wait.
Nice try.
3.
Get out of here.
I gotta wait.
Too slow.
That's
Reloading. Seconds until stage change.
Stealing sight. One down. Reloading. Yikes.
Joke's over! You're dead!
I gotta wait. I gotta wait. I gotta wait. Enemy kill. Satchel up.
New stage in final stage.
My ult's ready.
Stealing sight.
Not bad. No distraction.
Reloading.
Grounded.
Praise is on a rampage.
It's you and me.
Reloading. Stealing sight.
I'm out of here.
Blocking sight.
Reloading.
Headshot.
Grenade. That's three. Over there.
I gotta wait. I gotta wait. Satchel out. Be faster. I gotta wait.
ठीक है भाई मैं अभी क्राउच कर रहा हूँ स्प्रे अगर देख रहा है तो
Joke's over! You're dead!
देख रहा तो ज़्यादा
Off your feet!
मतलब बोलने वाली बात नहीं है ना मैं देख रहा था उस टाइप में
Here.
15 kills.
I gotta wait. Stay down. I gotta wait. Get out of my way. Stop. I gotta wait. 3.
Reloading.
Headshot. My ult's ready.
5 kills remaining.
I gotta wait. I gotta wait.
48 का बल्बसर ए चल नेक्रोसिस कमिंग बल्बसर को जियान नहीं कहते ठीक है ये कर लो आप लोग कहाँ बल्बसर कहाँ जियान कुछ भी सही है फुल मजे उड़ा लो फुल मजे Not playing bro. Okay bro. अभी ये कुछ देर बाद मैच में दिखेगा.
Match found.
हर्ष तेरा वो क्या कहते हैं 4 सेकंड का ऑफ दिला दे यार मेरे को. वो चाहिए. वो नहीं मिल रहा मेरे को. Play it, you can play something else. Then I will play chat. Okay.
Relax. I've already thought of everything.
So funny, bro. शॉप में आया तो बोलना. ए नहीं भाई ओ पागल. कुछ भी शॉप में आया तो बोलना. रख भाई तू पैसा अपने पास रख. नहीं चाहिए मुझे. सेविंग्स बढ़ा. शादी वादी कर थोड़ा सा. जा एंजॉय मार थोड़ा सा. क्या यार ये जिंदगी में क्या रखा है. अब ये देखना. ये तीनों ड्यूलिस्ट लिया है ना. इसमें से एक तो बहुत गंदा आएगा. खास करके ये फुल शक है मेरे को. अरे व्यू को बोलना थोड़ा सा शेयर वेयर कर दे. एटलीस्ट 300
My
तो
plan may
पहुंचे.
sound irrational, only because you cannot see what I can.
Turn out. Placing swarm grenade. Alarm bot out.
Enemy spotted A.
Outside C.
Found them. Kill my bot. Swarm grenade out. Oh!
Spike planted.
One close left. Waterfall close.
Blocking vision. Reloading. Obscuring vision.
Nailed them.
One enemy remaining.
smoke the hammer.
Reloading.
जहाँ पे
just
करना
stay in
था
your
कर
lane,
दिया
young
है
white girl.
सिर्फ. गाली सुन नहीं. ये लग रहा तेरे को. भाई तू टीम लीडर भाई. गाली देगा तो सुनना ही पड़ेगा भाई. क्या ही कर सकते.
Reloading.
कुछ बोल तो सकते नहीं हम.
Placing sentry.
Don't have the power.
Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade. Alarm bot out.
Nice shot. Nice one. Wait.
Don't smoke me. One Spectre, one Deagle outside B. Maybe all three, but two minimum. Not peeking, they're just holding.
Turret down.
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
Call.
Okay, take break, guys. That should humble them.
Extra light seal मेरे को Excel buy करते.
Can I get this?
Need a drop.
Placing alarm bot. Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
A.
Copy. Let them run.
Recalling my bot.
Spike planted. There.
Oh!
Last player standing.
Crosser खोल के मार रहा मैं. Good job.
The symphony of death. Don't worry, you get used to it.
Turret out. Watching here.
Don't come see. Go.
I'm watching here.
Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
We are strong.
Placing alarm bot.
Spike planted.
Oh!
The rush.
Consume it.
I do that. One enemy
Nice
remaining.
Last man.
These interruptions. Last player standing.
Nice shot.
My ult's ready.
They're just batteries. And I need a recharge.
Can I get this?
Jet को sell कर मेरे को gun मिल जाएगा.
Can I get this? Thanks. Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade. Alarm bot out. Placing sentry.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Reloading.
One enemy remaining.
B, Raze.
Last player standing.
Oh, you guys are kidding?
57, I hit him 57.
I hit him 40.
I'll tell.
Scatter.
Yeah, planting.
Spike planted.
By Bera, by.
He's low.
I was playing tree out here.
Bomb buddy out.
Grenade.
ऊपर ही है. Right side.
Impressive wiring.
Clutch.
भाई रेस वो तेरे पीछे से फायर कर रहा है. कौन सा हेडफोन पहना है भाई?
Race. That's my girl's boom style. Need a drop.
केजे इको कर ले, एक शेरिफ दिला दे.
Placing sentry. Bot coming back.
आ जाओ.
क्या ही थ्रो करते हैं बहन चो.
अब छोड़ दे. गया क्या?
Alarm bot out. Placing swarm grenade.
It's you and me.
Crouch.
Terminated. My ultimate is ready.
Last player standing.
अरे बैड.
हाँ ना सेम में सच.
सील नहीं रहता तो.
Look like us, but are they us? I have so many questions.
केजे तो एक ही ले आया. हम सी देख सकते हैं. एक भी कर सकते हैं. ये करना मुश्किल.
रेस भी खेल ले.
Turret out. Placing alarm bot.
Keep a slope.
Placing swarm grenade.
Keep a sound.
Placing swarm grenade.
Keep a.
Enemy spotted B. Here goes them.
You will not kill my allies.
B and.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Chamber में. इधर आ रहा है एक. इधर आएगा जब मैं मार.
Turrets destroyed.
Okay.
Just gotta play around the slow fields and we're fine.
क्या खेल रहे हो तुम लोग?
भाई बार-बार फर्स्ट पिक दे रहे हो. क्या बोलूं ब्रो. मत बी पीछे रह लो ना भाई. 5 मैन रीटेक बी पे सबसे इजी होता है वेंचर.
Placing alarm bomb. Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
पिक नहीं करेंगे और
सी को से
नहीं आएगा जेट कोई भी उसको मत मारना
Got him.
Last player standing.
Nice one.
Spike down B.
Cooling them in.
एक स्मोक में
Spike planted.
लगातार 4 राउंड
लेते लेते ये राउंड लेते आराम से बी पे तू बस टेरेट डाल और निकल जा बी कोई मत खेलो रेज और आस्था ये खेल लो जेट भी ये खेल रहा है क्या एक कर रहा है कहाँ कर रहा है केजे अल्ट है ना रीटेक करेंगे सी भी रीटेक करेंगे ए भी रीटेक करेंगे पीछे पीछे से खेलो
Alarm bot out. Placing swarm grenade.
इनका कोई कॉम से
Placing
नहीं
swarm
आता
grenade.
कसम से मैं बोल रहा हूँ आगे से कुछ आ ही नहीं रहा
घूम के पैरों की तरह खेलते हैं
सी पे है फुल पिक देंगे वो बता ओ बी भी उसका 2 है अभी भी ठीक है पीक मत दे दे
It's you and me.
मेरे को लेके
Found them. Swarm grenade out.
Perfect.
One enemy remaining.
एक नंबर
Spike
आप गुस्सा
down
नहीं
C.
गुस्से का गुस्सा एक नंबर के दे
This shizer hurts.
शॉट है बॉय शॉट है बाकी लोग कुछ
You're going to scatter for my stuff. Super easy to pick up.
ड्रॉप दे भाई जेट ड्रॉप ब्रो जेट ड्रॉप हेलो
Turret out. Placing alarm bot.
You want to play? Let's play.
Placing swarm grenade.
The hunt begins.
रुक जा रहे
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
Anticipated. Swarm grenade out. Recalling my bot.
They don't have a single life worth saving.
Placing sentry.
आई गेस बी आएगा बस बी तो सबसे इजी है ना केजे तेरा अल्ट के लिए कहाँ लगा है इसका इधर
Here. Need a drop. Thanks.
Placing swarm grenade. Alarm bot out. Placing swarm grenade.
My ult's ready.
नाइस शॉट
Turrets destroyed.
डोर खोलेगा कैसे कैन ओपन डोर
One enemy remaining.
40 right side we don't throw we kill thank you
Reloading. Swarm bot coming back.
Last round in the half.
Last round to use our creds and abilities. Don't waste your firepower. Turret out. Placing swarm grenade. Placing alarm bot. Placing swarm grenade.
और दे देना पीछे
see sound
They will come.
यहाँ पे बैठ ना, यहाँ बैठ।
जो एक मार लो। कुछ भी लौड़िया बेंचो इसके माता।
It's you and me. Scatter.
Last player standing.
बढ़िया है तो।
बड़ा।
Spike planted.
अरे बाप रे।
कोई ना। सी चलो अटैक करते हैं।
Switching sides.
Their lives are so.
फ्लैश चाहिए क्या मेरा? रेस जेट। हेलो। अब तो मुंह खोल लो सालो, कैसे हो गए?
खेलते क्यों ये लोग समझ नहीं आता।
ये क्या कर रहे दोनों? सिल्वर लॉबी लग रहा है।
बॉट रेज।
अबे जेट माइक है तो बोलना। फ्लैश लूं क्या? हील ले लो अपने लिए।
ले मत ले, हील ले।
ठीक है एंट्री करो स्टार्ट करो। आ जाओ। डबल सैचर कर ले रेज इसको इधर। इधर जाके राइट क्लिक मार दे, मर जाएगा वो। चेंबर है लेफ्ट में ट्रिप है।
Recalling my bot.
One enemy remaining.
Placing swarm grenade.
They want to dance? I'll lead.
आजा साइफर नहीं है, सिर्फ चेंबर है। वी हैव द एडवांटेज। सिर्फ सी चलो। सी चलते रहो। अपन लेजेंड 6 राउंड कंटिन्यूस सी जीत सकता है। वी हैव दैट पावर।
What are you doing, bro? Raze, what are you doing? 7 kills?
आजा गुस्सा। फ्लैश डाल रहा हूँ। रेज आजा।
Placing alarm bot.
मेरा टर्ट कर दिया।
Reloading. Enemy spotted B.
अच्छा। अरे।
There you are, you little shit.
Paint? Check. Charges? Check. Break?
Can I get this?
No wearing?
Thanks.
चलो भाई चलो। यू नो माई कॉम। एक वैंडल होगा उसको शॉर्ट में मार देगा रेस। इजी।
Astra, hello, 5 kills. Bottom tag.
There. Reloading.
रेस ने वॉल किया वॉल।
Enemy remaining.
Removed.
Looks like I was stronger.
Placing sentry.
Is Astra?
Be quiet. Their defense could be better.
I dropped the spike. I have the spike. Pathetic.
रुक ये चलेंगे
Careful. Recalling my bot. Placing alarm bot.
Critical shot.
Feeling sight. Placing swarm grenade.
My ult ready.
They will cover.
Placing swarm grenade.
One enemy remaining.
Found them. Killed my bot. Turret out. Turret down.
The enemy only looks composed. Their hearts tell a different story.
মোড়ে এখন দেখিয়ে দে
Turret out. Rise and bring glory.
वॉक इन करना
बी वॉल है
डोर खोलना
गुड ट्रेड मत आ जाओ साथ आ जाओ बी नहीं है बी मत आओ सी जाओ ए पे आओ केजे को ये लेफ्ट पे बंदा मिला है आओ सब छोड़ के ए आओ बॉयज कम ऑन मैन यू वांट टू थ्रो व्हाट बॉयज व्हाट द फक
क्या दिक्कत है भाई ये जाओ ना
I have tried.
One enemy remaining.
Alarm bot out.
साइड क्लियर नहीं करा था मैंने पहले
नहीं स्पॉटेड है बी पे सी पे मतलब बैक स्टैप तो आ ही सकता है पर
अरे बैंड तो लगाई था
ठीक है रेस इजी खेलना ये ऑपर है डोंट टच दैट प्लीज यू गो इजी वेल प्लेड तो छूटे है
We got this. Placing sentry. Reloading.
Keep up.
You want to play? Let's play.
Power's out. My ultimate is ready. I got the spike. Bot coming back. Alarm bot out. Placing swarm grenade. Spikes down. Reloading. Placing swarm grenade. Placing sentry.
The hunt begins.
Cross पे है मेरे.
Bomb grenade out.
One enemy remaining.
The enemy was punished.
Match point.
This is the final moment of destiny. Turret out.
A पे फुट्स मत देना. मैं B पे अल्ट लगा रहा हूँ. वो लोग मूव करेगा A पे. मैं B पे सॉरी. उस टाइम मारना उनको.
It's you and me.
Deleted.
Last player standing.
छूते वाला वो.
This place is nice, but not nice enough to die in. Let's win and get out of here.
बोल कुछ रहा हूँ कर कुछ और रहे हो.
Hello.
Turret out.
Boys. घुसो मैं एक फ्लैश अभी दे देता हूँ तुम लोगों को जिससे कोई मरे ना. एक जेट करना मर जाएगा चेंबर से.
Gun here.
Placing sentry.
Still in sight. Reloading.
I saw 100. घुसो. हाइट कर लेके गिरे तो.
Turrets destroyed.
अरे एक इधर. 1 year. Actually ए जाके don't pick. Fuck it. एक फाइट लेगा क्योंकि क्लोज है वो. क्लोज है. वाटरफॉल्स वाला बंदा 100 है. 100 लो है वाटरफॉल्स वाला. मैंने अननोन.
रेना बैकस्टैब आ सकता है.
Spike planted. Recovering it.
ISO 100 लो है.
One enemy remaining.
बहुत बढ़िया. Could be city, could be backstab.
Last player standing.
Backstab है.
Blocking sight.
Clutch.
Is everyone's tech still working? Double check it, please. Right there. Placing sentry.
शॉट मत देना.
I dropped the spike.
बढ़िया है.
इधर ओमेन रुका होगा या तो चेंबर.
Here.
I have the
चेंबर का ट्रिप है.
Cutting their vision. Still in sight.
इधर मेरे सामने आया एक. इधर
My ult.
Placing
एक और waterfall close out.
Placing swarm.
One enemy remaining.
2v1 है. Easy. Please easy.
Placing swarm grenade. Blocking vision. Found them. Alarm bot. Swarm grenade out.
GG bro, GG.
Attackers win.
तूने और मैंने खेला
For
हाँ?
a
तो
debrief.
तू और मैं ही खेला।
Anyone? No one?
हकबू।
रुक जाओ, मैच का सीन देख लेता हूँ थोड़ा सा क्या है।
Fast play, paranoia.
But Sen don't bite. They don't go for an aggressive reaction somewhere else around the map. They're playing it slowly. So many players from Sentinels are close.
Of course, back end of the timeout, holding on to Mount. Paranoia only clearing the one side, nade as well. Through, there's a couple of kills collected on either side, yet it's still Sentinels out on top of that one, whether the weaponry or otherwise, but they've got the protocols, they've got the aim, sharp as anything.
Huh? The two players that were dominating the duels on split, Tens and Zekken, just continue. Anytime you see them in a duel, obviously here it's against the Sheriff, but it just has tracked all series long. You see them taking a fight, you expect them to win it. The way they're swinging it, you know they expect to win it too. Yeah. It's been monstrous.
There's none of that swinging into crouch spray, uncertainty with your aim, with your own abilities. It's just decisiveness.
It's all been there.
Yeah. But they expect to be winning every single fight. And look at it swarming the last two remnants here of Karma Court, 5-1. And I know we've already mentioned, listen, it's an attack side of map. Everything points towards it so far. All the data, doesn't matter what changes they made on Lotus, it still points into that direction. There are still chances, as much as that feels right now like there's nothing really going for Karma Court. The question is just how many rounds do they really need to get online on the defensive side?
Quite. We don't know that, right? Sen didn't look like they put together too much defense on the last time that we saw them play Lotus, but their players were still good enough in the game against Heretics to give them rounds every now and then, which was more than you saw on the other side. They're a very dangerous team. Even if they're getting outplayed in the macro, or even if the map doesn't lend itself to, you know, one side or the other, they're still going to find those win conditions. And here, you have huge ults up for both teams. KC, eco swing round. They have to invest all of their ults to try to win this one.
Time to play close here because he's got the showstopper. There it is.
Beef on the movement?
Acknowledge, yeah, beef on the movement. Massive one, in fact. He sees tethered to the spot, rooted down. Won't be getting value with that. In fact, the second one to take a refight into this.
That's wild. That is wild.
The nade, unfortunate.
And I said beef on the movement, but I think Zekken threw a blast pack to disrupt that, and the Seas came through afterwards as well.
A little bit unlucky towards the end there. I think that nade was meant to be tucked into the corner.
But I mean, amazing reaction instantly from Sen to stop that from finding any value. And they've neutralized the threat again, slowed the round down, denied information for KC, and now they can go wherever they like.
9-4 through the site, that's one trigger onto it, so they're going to know that at least there's one player there. That's Thomasy! Time to shine, son. Time to step all the way up, and he certainly has done so. Still in control of Tree. Here's the pivot being called. Door broken, Haunt forwards, rotations abound. Breaking it through now with the paranoia to really set that one up. Shin giving them this space. Locked down, going to be committed. Goes towards it with 15 seconds to spare. Is there any attempt by Karma Court? Do they want to get aggressive into it? Looks like they're going to give them that space, and now planning for a retake of their own.
This pit could allow, John Cuty's going to commit pit here, and this can allow them to get back into the site and help them flood.
Lockdown.
Stop the lockdown from really finding too much value.
We'll see. Even Tense as well, holding the TP as well, making sure they can get straight back into the fight. He's forwards, into the corner, barely expecting it, but it's traded almost rapidly on the approach of counter pit. Online, layers it forwards, and Karma Court have got the players, they've got the bodies, they just need to win, and they're going to get it. The round going their way, finally. Feels like it's been a bloody long time at that, but that second one is on the board for them. And they took a lot, don't get me wrong. A lot of ultimates had to be expended.
Yeah. Sen made it extremely expensive, and I think that's the silver lining to KC winning the round there if you're looking at it from the perspective of Sentinels. But a lot of ults being drained on both sides. This play, though, it just wins the round.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They're hoping that Tomashi is going to be passive in this situation, is going to respect the Nightfall, worried about being pushed from one angle. No, he holds his ground, steps up when his team needs him, and puts one on the board.
We'll see more of that. Show me a bit more fire, Carmen Core. Come on. Satchels through for second. It's fast and double satchel, both being used to punish potentially. Oh, from Tens, he's just taken out.
Completely punished.
Bullet to the dome is all it takes. And yeah, that's the punishment of sticking that one. I suppose he thought it was clear. Door opened up, rotating now, calling. Pivot, getting a move on, out towards the C side. Now it is entirely open. Util still going to be used to clear it. There was a Seize and a Nano Swarm. It's going to be completely given up, in fact.
Now the question is, what kind of post-plant aggression do we see here from Sen? I felt like on Split, their post-plant aggression was timed well. They played together. A little more sloppy for KC. Here, we see John with a bit of a timing.
Bit of a timer, but he might just miss it here. There's a Nightfall as well. Boombot forwards, Nightfall. A sound cue is going to be missing from a few of these players. Elsis is in a one and done position. Blinded. Satchels. Martin barely grappling onto that one. A Satchel Forge just in case cuts it up. And now everybody playing from Mound. A backwards position, but smoked off. Immaculate stuff from Shin. Almost going down to the spray. Down here. Damage done, but the bullets flying through and true for Carmine Core. The rate. Able to stick this half. 1v2, 1v2, not sticking it out wide. And the patience played by Carmine Core will get the job done.
That's more like it. That's what you got to see from KC when they were playing in EMEA. Coordinated on the retake. I was worried just for a moment when they lost track of where the final player was and one went to check Waterfall, the other Mound. But they got the play there. The punish onto Tens through a Snakebite Nanoswarm to stop the rest of the team coming in, isolate Tens, get the swing and punish. Very nice from KC, and they follow up. 2 rounds back-to-back now puts KC in a much better position. And the ults still nowhere near for Sentinels after that huge explosive round in round 7, where both teams utilized the entire war chest.
Follow from the Prowlers, just a handshake there, front section of B. No real aggressive map control other than Shin. He's holding close to Mount, refreshing the one way. He's going to be able to TP out of dodge if there is any danger.
Now you can see pings here though. They're getting ready to put pressure B and actually crush this C setup. Shin has got to be so worried about this.
That's why he's holding it. Paranoia, but still coming from multiple angles in the end. Does have the TP forwards. What a call!
That's
Martin
confident.
Just swinging right through. Narrate follows it up, and listen, there's no one else watching for it. Huh? That was the danger there if he ended up losing that fight, but they don't. It's exactly right, Josh. What you were calling for, that confidence is back, and it's boundless right now for Carmine Core.
Opportunism, looking to take the timings, even if they're not playing together. KC find themselves in another 5v3, very similar to round 7.
Easy as it goes, forwards, past it, Tens. Tethered to the floor, can't see his Elsis just to watch his teammates back. He can be trusted with that at least, but will fall. Spike, dropped out in the open. 2v4, make it a 1v4. John, no chance whatsoever here. He's on the opposite side of the map. With only 20 seconds left, will be the save.
Yeah, KZ finding that mid-round aggression. Sure, the previous was taken with that punish onto Tens, but they found themselves the player advantage situations so many times in the last 3 rounds. That's one of the biggest reasons why they're able to actually win them. They're able to find a double kill that comes out from Tomashi, then they get the punish onto Tens, and in this round, it was such a nice audible called by Martin there and Narrate, deciding to take the swing through, using Shin almost as bait over towards C. It's pre-planned or called on the fly. Shin was completely alone on C. I mean, this team is big brain enough that they might have set that up as a bit of a fake there, like, oh, look, we're playing Mound, come and punish us. Either way, lovely setup by KC. And you were asking a question earlier, Bren, as we go into this Sentinels timeout. How many rounds does KC need on their defense side? Because this is generally an attack-sided map. And I think now that they've got 4, you're feeling relatively comfortable, even if Sen take all the rest.
At minimum.
A4 half, you can definitely come back from that on Lotus.
You can work with that.
You need things to go right for you, obviously. You need, you know, either a pistol or to start rolling with the rifle rounds and get the ults online. It's not a given,
But there is actually reason to celebrate for the KC fans right now.
Not even watching a game. I mean, obviously there's not a game going on right now, but they're all facing away from the screens. I respect it, man.
They don't need to look.
They are the loudest ones in the building, and they are taking up probably 1/8, maybe that.
Yeah, the loudest per capita. But there's a lot of Sen fans here too.
There are.
Yeah, I mean, I like that the desk threw the KC versus Sentinels on the English broadcast, by the way. Just ruining the KC fans.
Yeah, what do you expect?
Oh, only 15% of you think KC is going to win. That's funny.
Do that Kamido's chat, see what happens. See what happens. Telling you, probably 100%. But
Zekken now has a judge. Does this mean we're getting into something a little more pacey?
It's got prowess. That double satchel plays can really take the space quite rapidly. This time, again, a lot of players are Carmen Court. Grouped up behind Mound, looking to try and fight this one eager, in fact.
That one Prowler makes them think that it's going to be the split push again.
Open the door. They're trying to get proactive just in case to punish those players.
Yeah.
Nice idea as well. Shin using his second smoke, but here we go. Follow-up fight. Now he doesn't have a smoke for the one-way here. Paranoia is excellent. They're all grouped up right towards the back TP on top.
That's amazing.
This man is terrifying.
What an angle to find.
All the way forwards, judge in hand, Shin. It's away with it. Still, reinforcements arriving. Narrate can't withstand it though, the pressure. It's too much, it's immense. This man is a thing of nightmares.
The mobility, the confidence, both working in tandem. He's on for the ace.
Give the people what they want. One left standing, the counterpart on the Omen. He knows Shin is around, he knows Shin is lurking.
Shin just tucking to spoil the clip. Ten and 4, what a demon. You saw that the counter paranoia there thrown from Shin pushed back the rest of Sentinels. Nobody else was able to get the punish in that kind of way. But then when Tens teleports up top, he's not been caught by it. Everybody else is blind. It is shooting fish in a barrel. And it really is terrifying what Tens is able to do on Omen. It's fit him like a glove, this new role.
Oh yeah. That's how you know he's different from 2021. Not just the agents being played, man, but he didn't play for the clip. Didn't have down Shin.
Very true.
Keep the rifle going.
Now in that round there was still a little bit of danger, right? I mean, Shin got the pick onto Tens. If Narrate had been able to punish Tens too, Shin got the pick onto Zekken. If Narrate had been able to punish Tens, maybe KC could have come out with something.
2 more rounds. Cacophony is building here in the Madrid arena.
A Zen fight for rubble control, something they have not been doing very much of. Zelsis quite far away. His lockdown could be a large entry piece of utility, but they could also save it for post, as Zekken now had Showstopper on line too. Narrate with a swing.
See what he ended up using. Bots.
Now, that is going to tell Zekken as a player that decided not to use the ult though, just taking space on site.
There's a chance of it. Everyone setting up from Carmen Core side. Backwards, spots ahead, vulnerable.
You should run.
Look how nicely though they've saved all of this utility for the post plant here. Sure, the spike isn't down just yet, but they're anticipating the fact that KC are going to be playing retake because of the ults, and the threat is more dangerous than the action.
Fine time off the clock. Second, here's it. Footsteps. Satchel. Oh, no way, Magnum. Nasty shot, nasty business. Here, Tens will fall.
Perfect.
Magnum through the back now, and a site control gained here close to the corner. Shin instantaneous with the trade sticking now. Tormzy onto it, but destroyed. Spam through the smoke. 2 players caught. Surely that's the fuser now. Another tap from Magnum, but it's just him. 1v1. Him versus Zelsis. Sticking. Have on it all the way through the defuse. Zelsis puts him to bed.
Little bit of danger again there as KC started to get that retake working. Really lovely the follow-up on the Paranoia and Martin's entry through, but Sen stay solid. So many of these post plants are set up with 2 layers from Sentinels. A few players playing further forward to draw out all of that utility.
भाई ये तो नहीं पता था मेरे को. Thank you for telling. नहीं पता था ये. बट बहुत कोई दिखाता है इसमें, बैन लगने का क्या रहता है मतलब? मैंने तो कोई टॉक्सिसिटी थोड़ी फैलाया है। परमिशन चाहिए उसको स्ट्रीम करने के लिए, आना तो चाहिए मेरे हिसाब से। देखो स्ट्राइक आएगा, मोस्ट प्रोबेबली स्ट्राइक आएगा, बैन थोड़ी कर देगा, पागल है। स्ट्राइक आएगा तो हटा दूंगा, क्या दिक्कत है? अब क्या ही कर सकते हैं, मेरे को पता नहीं था। आना तो चाहिए मेरे हिसाब से तेरे को स्ट्राइक।
Match found.
Cool. Let's go.
बिना साइफर के मत खिलाओ यार, क्या कर रहे हो?
खुद ले लेता भाई, इतनी दिक्कत हो रही तो।
राम राम लद्दरू।
I already feel their hope dying, and we haven't even
इनके
begun.
पास कुछ हो ना हो, भगवान ने इनको ईगो दे के भेजा है, फालतू वर्ग का।
Help a girl out, would ya? Cheers, mate. Help a girl out, would you?
हाँ सारे यहाँ पे आ जाओ। रेज वहाँ पे स्टन आएगा।
Be hard, be hard, be hard.
Be hard.
छोड़ दो साइड रिटेक के लेंगे।
Mid.
शॉट।
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Yikes. That sucks. I hate to say it, but
Reloading.
probably best to play as a
Need a
team.
drop.
So, what's the plan?
बाय कर ले रेस।
Mid Oman आजा mid आजा. I'm gonna leave. भाई तू देखता रहे Oman.
Your fault.
मन था वहाँ पे।
गंदे आया तू.
One enemy remaining.
टॉप पे देखना आपने?
नहीं है।
ऊपर देख.
नहीं है।
Healing over here. Hawk out.
अबे गन मत दो गन मत दो भाई. गन उस पर.
Gun here. Gun here.
Reloading. These parasites aren't going to take one step past. Need a drive.
एक फ्लैश सेल कर दे इसका, गन मिल जाएगा।
Thanks.
रेस के लिए भी देते एक
सेज बी साइड पे है एंड क्या कहते हैं ब्रीच में साइड।
Spike planted.
Scout destroyed.
Sky आजा प्लीज.
रुक रुक।
Hawk out. Blinded.
ओमन थोड़ा जल्दी जाएगा तो अच्छा होगा, यहाँ पे कोई नहीं है।
दो एल्बो, एक और एल्बो, ब्रिज भी एल्बो।
Last player standing.
थोड़ा लैग हो गया था.
कब से सिर्फ वो कर रहा भाई, कोई नहीं है बोल रहा हूँ वहाँ पे।
Wind, show me where to go.
नॉर्मल बेसिक सेंस लगाना यार।
Need a drop.
Need a drop. Need a drop. Thanks.
Reloading.
ये रुक जाओ यार.
वहाँ पे मत खेल, स्टन आएगा तो फिर।
मेल कह रहा है.
अच्छा नहीं नहीं सही ठीक है। ए
ऊपर का बेटा.
अरे नहीं नहीं हक दिया मैंने, हट गिर गया मैं। ऊपर हेवन पे एक।
One main.
There. Spike planted.
By P.
Flash
Shadows.
हेवन है राइट साइड।
फायर दे सामने. One इधर.
एक elbow है, एक इस side है.
मान क्या.
Last player standing.
ले अबे बोला left में.
एक leg elbow, एक नीचे था, एक side पे था.
Need a drop.
Reloading.
I need this.
Buy मत करते.
Hold those angles.
Low है वो.
Off your feet!
Enemy spotted B. Back out. Blinded.
Shadows traveling.
V2 निकल सकता रहा.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
That's it. Vault नहीं करेगा. Most probably.
Who's next? Cover going out.
30 seconds left.
अच्छा यहीं पे. One पे खुला.
Cover going out.
Ten seconds left. Spike planted.
Watch them run. Shadows traveling. Is mine.
क्या करूँ इनका?
Stay safe. What's this?
Mid.
Hawk out. Fire in the hole.
Enough.
Lucky है भाई.
Enemy spotted B.
After sir.
हाँ. अरे मैं.
Spike planted.
One down.
Last player standing.
Backside.
Race into the spike sites.
Ace check मत करो इसमें. मतलब एक jet off करी थी.
Help a girl out, would you? Cheers, mate.
B पे एक बंदा चले जाओ.
मैं जा रहा हूँ इनको एक राम चला लो.
Podams पे स्टैंड करता है.
कॉमन बी छोड़ दियो मेरे. अगर एस पड़ेगा. Good shots.
Nice one.
One enemy remaining.
149. Nice one. Well played. शायद मेरे पे ही देख रहा था सारा।
पड़ी नहीं कैसे?
पता नहीं उसको शॉट कैसे नहीं पड़ा।
Help a girl out, would ya?
मिड पे लगा रहा हूँ अब।
कॉल जल्दी दे।
Let's fly.
Okay.
See ya.
इधर भी।
You will not kill my allies.
कंधे के बाजू से निकला उसका गोली। जा 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 रेना जा। अल्ट होल्ड चला जा। कुछ नहीं आएगा, वो नहीं आएगा। चल तू। हेवन पे एक।
One enemy remaining.
Last guy heaven.
Spike down B.
सिटी आ सकता है।
लो
बढ़िया। उठा ले मेरा। राइट साइड राइट साइड राइट साइड।
Spike spotted B. Anyone have any splints? I may have jabbed my fingers. Multiple fingers.
वो टीपी मार के तभी आएगा अगर उसको वहाँ पे चोट वोट लगे तो, वरना नहीं आएगा वो।
Reloading.
लो था वो।
Need a drop.
रेज बाय करना।
स्काई मिड देख लो भी में।
Mid. Dogging.
Omen entered.
Nice shot.
शॉट ही लेके बैठा है रेस इधर।
Headshot.
One enemy remaining. Spike planted.
ओ हेलो। बोलना है पे। मैं भी जा रहा हूँ।
ये पे था कौन भाई?
45
है ना।
अभी तो मैं तो बहुत लेट आया था। बैक साइड। चटाका मार दिया यार उसने।
थप्पड़ मारा मुंह पे।
कूदते हुए मार दिया यार।
Jeez, mate.
Reloading. Don't start that shit here, mate.
My burden never ends.
Need a drop.
और राउंड्स मत दो उनको।
Help a girl out, would ya?
बी मिड छोड़ दिया मैंने।
मिड कोई तो देखो।
Who's next?
ब्रीच अल्ट करेगा, साइड छोड़ दे। ब्रीच अल्ट करेगा।
Off your feet!
Omen 117 back up side. 117 Omen.
One enemy remaining. Spike planted.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
Nice one.
ले डिफ्यूज दे।
Thanks. Oh, was that important?
Grenade.
I feel the strain.
Reloading.
फ्रेंजी कस के ना किसी पे।
Nope.
अगर रेना अगर वो स्टन करे मेरे को यहाँ पे
Here.
तो इधर है,
Here.
एटलीस्ट कवर दे पाएगा मेरे को।
Here. Done with
One down.
नहीं
One enemy remaining.
nice one. आप उठा ले
Who's got the snacks?
Last round before the switch.
Use everything you have. We lose it anyway.
Reloading. Reloading.
उमर ऊपर बैठना इधर, वो नहीं देख पाएंगे, उनको नहीं है कोई देखने के लिए।
Good work. Don't screw it up. Enemy kill. My ult's ready. Sight. Finished.
मैं किधर गया था भाई लास्ट
Satchel out. Hawk out. Satchel out.
Found one.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah.
Spike down A.
नाइस वन अरे नहीं मैं बोल रहा मैं स्मोक डाल के भागने जा रहा था तो मेरे को दिखा नहीं मैं किधर गया
Switching sides.
They're supposed to be fighting back, right?
Need a drop. Help a girl out, would you?
But we're all open.
शायद कुछ आ रहा है।
Reloading.
नहीं यहाँ से हीरो है।
Reloading.
अरे नहीं
Mid events raise.
नाइस शॉट
Buried.
नाइस ट्रेड
सीटी हो सकता
एक
है।
सिटी है या नीचे
One enemy
Nice
remaining.
मेरे को तेरा फ्लैश लेना चाहिए था फालतू में घुस गया मैं
Deep breaths, everyone. Your hearts are pounding. Need a drop.
Help a girl out, would ya? Reloading. Reloading. Reloading.
एक सेकंड रुक डॉ कर रहा हूँ।
Time to hunt.
Satchel out. Blocking sight. Satchel out.
ओमन कर दिया। Right.
Got one.
हेवन पे रेजर
One enemy remaining.
Don't worry. Your life won't go to waste.
Okay, we know the drill. Stick to your roles and we'll crush it.
Reloading. Spikes here.
आजा जल्दी
Spikes here. Reloading. Reloading.
Keep up. Time to hunt.
Shadows traveling.
Satchel out.
ओमन लेफ्ट साइड ओमन।
अरे यार स्टन
बोला तो मैं लेफ्ट।
अबे स्टन क्यों?
तोड़ दिया डॉ।
Side enemy tower. Tower B.
बाप रे बाप 120 है वो मारी
Spike
भाग
planted.
दिया मैंने
Tower. Sage भी tower.
दोनों टावर है
क्यों दे रहा है वो?
One enemy remaining.
भाई ये मत चलाओ तुम।
भाई पॉटी कर दिया भाई वहाँ पे
I
मैं
surrounded
नीचे
by
कैसे
media
ऊपर? हेलो
familia. We won't lose.
Yes. Well done.
क्या यस?
Reloading.
फैंटम क्या इधर पर?
क्या चाहिए
मेरे पे
भाई?
I want Phantom.
Help a girl out, would you?
दियो
यही आओ, लॉक कर दो।
साइड जा जाए।
लॉक तोड़ दिया।
It's ready.
बाहर चौथ स्प्रे
निकाल ले अभी बेटा, अभी कर दे। वेंट्स में आया अभी एक पप्पी।
Blinding. Cover going out. Here.
Last player standing.
As much as this world hurt me, it's mine. And I will need a drop.
मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ, अगेन ये जाओ, बी एंट्री ले लूँगा मैं, वॉकिंग।
एक ड्रॉप मिलेगा
Need a
मेरे
drop.
अगर किसी पास हो तो।
को? इसके पास या किसी एक के पास तो था।
अबे तू गिरा तो अपनी गन गिरा ना।
अगर रहना हाफ करके दे सकता है उस तेरे को, ऐसे भी रहना पे अल्ट है।
इधर इधर।
अल्ट करूँ क्या मैं?
Spike down mid.
My ultimate is ready.
Breach on B.
Enemy spotted A.
अरे नहीं। हाँ टाइमिंग।
Last player standing.
अरे साथ में ही खेलते हैं, गलत हो रहा हम लोग का। फालतू में मर रहे हैं। देख ले को निकाल सकता है, निकाल ले वरना सेव कर ले। नेक्स्ट राउंड बाई हो जाएगा किसी का, तेरा ही हो जाएगा। बेड पता ही है जोड़ो।
वैंडल चलानी पड़ेगी हमें, और कुछ नहीं है।
We get a pick, we move in. Got it?
मेरा नेक्स्ट राउंड का बाई है। एक काम कर ओमन, फ्लैश ले ले, ठीक है? स्काई तू भी फ्लैश ले। ओमन ये स्मोक दे, रेज यहाँ पे एक नेड मार, ठीक है? रेना तू पहला फ्लैश यहाँ पे देना, ओमन एंड स्काई अपना फ्लैश यहाँ पे देना। बाई मत कर स्काई, तू बाई मत कर, ऐसा बाई करके नेक्स्ट राउंड बाई हो जाए। फ्लैश दे रेना।
Cover going out.
Still in sight.
Reloading. Reloading. Heal up, squad.
रुक फ्लैश।
Reloading.
नाइस शॉट, नाइस शॉट, नाइस शॉट, नाइस शॉट। हिल कर उसको।
ओमन पूरा
ऊपर चढ़। मार एक बंदा है।
There's another.
चलो
खींचो।
निकल गया। ये मेन आया होगा।
देखो मेन आया होगा। या बैक साइड भी।
मेन है।
One enemy remaining.
Well played, boys.
Reloading.
Match point.
Put them to sleep.
Reloading.
चले पे चलता है या भी चलना है?
ये चलो भाई।
मैं आता हूँ मिड से।
ना ना आजा 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 आजा, इधर ही आजा।
लॉक करने दे मेरे को, फिर घुसो तुम।
सारे
आना देना।
Who's next?
नहीं जाते, जाओ जाओ जाओ। ओडिन ठीक है भाई।
Our spikes
अरे
down.
अरे
Spike down A. I have the spike.
नाइस वन। रिवाइव मिल सकता है को। केयर करना, हेवन पे क्या?
You will not kill my ally.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
यार नो ना। बाहर जाओ, दाल्ट ओडिन सब मेरे पे क्यों आ रहा है भाई?
Look your enemy in the eye. It helps with accuracy.
अंदर जो बी चलते हैं, बी चलते हैं।
बी पे करता हूं।
ओमन एक फ्लैश दे देना ऐसा।
Yes.
घुसते हैं चलो।
या एक काम कर, मेरे को पहले ये ऑर्ड लेने दे।
बी एक्सपेक्ट कर। रोटेशन मत देना, एक ही बी पे बैठे रहना थोड़ी देर।
स्काई को डॉक करने दे, उसके बाद करना ओमन फ्लैश। स्काई को डॉक करने दे पहले।
My ultimate. What's this?
Cover going down.
Give me those.
नाइस शॉट। प्लांट।
One enemy
charges
remaining.
हेवन।
Spike planted.
Cutting their vision.
Okay, done.
Attackers win.
पॉजिटिव पे नहीं गया स्कोर, बट फर्स्ट प्लेस ज्यादा है मेरा। टीएम स्क्रैच नहीं। टॉक्सिक खेल रहा है क्या? हेलो
यो
टॉक्सिक आर प्लेइंग?
No bro. Got
Okay.
a scream.
Okay, fine.
I'll take.
चलो गाइस, आज के लिए फिर इतना ही रखते हैं, फिर मिलते हैं कल, ठीक है? बाय बाय।